everyone. Welcome to the 4th episode of Azabu Minna-no Radio. In this radio, us students from Hirogakuen Senior High School are welcoming people who are actively working within the Azabu community and ask them in for an interview. On this English version, we will be sharing our thoughts about the discussion as well as our prospects looking into the future of this program. The full interview is available in the Japanese version with English subtitles, so make sure to go check that one out as well. Hi, I'm Elena, and I'll be the MC of this episode.
I'm Ayaka.
And I'm Yose.
And I'm Shin.
Okay, so previously we had the wonderful opportunity to talk to Koga Madoka-san, who is from Kurume in Fukuoka, and Fukuoka is pretty far away from Tokyo, but she's like part of the Minayoku advisory board, and she talked to us about how she produces fashion, like Kurume Kasuri.
Yeah, well, she said that Kurume Kasuri is a traditional clothing in Kurume, and it's very durable. It's sustainable as well, so it lasts for like a century.
Yeah, in comparison to our clothes, it only lasts like how many years later?
2 or 3 years.
2, 3, maximum 5 years. Yeah, and the thing is, like, she wore her shirt and she showed it to us, and it didn't look that different to our usual clothes.
Yeah.
Well, the patterns were obviously really vibrant, and I really thought like it was really like unique in a way, but like I think it's like the way they make it is really different, so I think that really makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, she talked about how they use all those she uses like a really old machine, right?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, some of them are like machine made, and like even those machines are like really old from like, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago, I think, and they're like really old. And they also have like hand woven ones that like last even longer.
I think what I found really interesting about that story is that a lot of people from outside the country are coming to her
Oh yeah, she said
Yeah.
to learn how to make the Kurume Kasuri. I think it's like a really good example of how like even the Japanese tradition is kind of losing the people.
Yeah, it's like people are moving away from the countryside, and they're like getting into this like new city life that we're all enjoying. And yeah, you know, because like Japan is a tourist spot, and people obviously enjoy like the ramen or Tokyo Skytree or whatever, right? But like as we can see from her like perspective or her experiences as like a traditional, like as someone who's from like a traditional country kind of lifestyle, we can see that like there's obviously traditional elements to Japan as well that we can't really forget about. Like there's obviously that need for balance between like the new life and the old life.
I think she was making the original Kurume Kasuri, but then she incorporated like modern marketing strategies. But like by cooperating with maybe not just like modern marketing, but like she's I think she said she's started working with a university
Oh
in
yeah.
Fukuoka
Yeah.
to start like a fashion show, like introducing Kurume Kasuri to a larger audience. And right, like I think she's trying to like
Preserve it.
preserve the culture and preserve the technique. And I've always thought these Japanese traditional cultures are like a verge of extinction, you know. But when I hear stories like there are people from abroad that are interested in the Japanese culture, like even in this case, there are, she was saying there's a bunch of people that come to Fukuoka to learn techniques and learn from her. So
It's like a tradition that's been going on since like the Edo period, which is like around the 1800s, so it's like it's been alive for at least 2 centuries. And as Ayaka just said, like the clothing itself lasts for like a century, which really contrasts like the clothes that we wear usually. And it's like I think like we've never had the experience to go out and like work with like these traditional Japanese culture stuff. Like we've never done the actual work, but I feel like I would be really interested in trying something like that out. Maybe.
The last time, like I went outside of the country and I met a bunch of people in the United States and other countries, they will tell me that like Japan is living in the future. Is it? I mean,
I think it's like a really intense mix of future and
culture,
Yeah.
like tradition,
yeah,
traditional culture.
because like our toilets, they're I think one of the best toilets in the world.
I agree.
And like if you go to Gasto in Shibuya, they have robots serving for you.
I have it everywhere.
Yeah,
They have
Is that
robots
what it's making?
everywhere.
yeah,
The guy we interviewed in episode 2.
Thank you.
yes, the CEO. But like if you pick certain parts
Right.
of it, then it does seem like we're living in the
Futuristic.
future.
Right.
I feel like Japan does a good job of like syncretizing everything together. Like, cause like if you think about her job and like the place that we live in, like everything is so mixed up. Like as Ayaka just said, we have so much technology around us that like it's like it feels normal to us, right? So I think that's why.
I think Shin kind of already mentioned this, but what really surprised us was when Madoka-san told us like lots of foreign people are already visiting Kurume, right? They're already visiting for Kurume Kasuri, and we were kind of surprised because like people from foreign countries have like a genuine interest in these Japanese like traditional cultures, but also that like because like we obviously didn't know about this right before we had our talk with her, but then I mean at least I was surprised that there are like these lots of people who are actually interested and who are like genuinely come from overseas, because like Fukuoka is kind of far from like Tokyo, right? So I think that was kind of like new to us. Maybe it was kind of surprising to us. So I think like if we turn our eyes abroad, I think there's like lots of foreign cultures that we don't know about yet.
So I think if we look at other countries, there's so much things that we don't know and so much to learn.
Definitely.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Considering the fact that like our school's like located in Azabu, like the fact that we visited like an international kodomo shokudo, like in the episode before, and like there's a lot of like embassies around us, right? So
There's a Oman embassy right in front of our school. So, I mean,
Wait, you're suggesting to visit there?
if we could, that would be really fun.
For podcast?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it would be a great learning opportunity for us.
Maybe an idea for a future episode, right?
okay, well I guess it's almost time to wrap things up. So thank you all for listening, and we hope you guys will follow us into our near adventures into maybe some embassies, if that's possible. Yeah, thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.